What if World War III begins in 2025? It doesn't start with a formal declaration. It starts with a blackout. A missile hits a NATO outpost in eastern Poland. It wasn't supposed to happen. No one claims it. But satellite images show the truth. Russian equipment, eastern trajectory. Within hours, Article 5 is triggered. In a quiet kitchen in Warsaw, a mother opens her phone to find an alert. NATO activation. National emergency. Her teenage son was just leaving for school. He never makes it home that night. Across the ocean, in a Manhattan trading office, monitors freeze mid-trade. Network outage, cyber attack. China moves silently. Fighter jets enter Taiwan's airspace. A port is blockaded. Global news outlets can't confirm anything because satellites go dark. The UN emergency session ends in deadlock. No resolution, no consensus. And the world, without formally declaring war, is already at war. But what does Article 5 really mean? It's NATO's collective defense clause. If one member is attacked, all others must respond. It's been triggered only once, in 2001, after 9/11. But in 2025, with nuclear nations involved, it's no longer just symbolic. The US mobilizes troops across Europe. France sends fighters to Lithuania. The UK deploys naval assets to the Black Sea. Germany hesitates. Hungary steps back. Turkey closes airspace. The cracks in the alliance begin to show. In the Pacific, the Taiwan Strait becomes a pressure cooker. For decades, China claimed Taiwan as its own. The world tried to balance both sides. But when Chinese warships surround the island and communication cables are severed, Taiwan is cut off, digitally and physically. A Taiwanese air traffic controller named Wei hasn't slept in 36 hours. He watches on radar as unidentified aircraft circle the island. His family is only 20 kilometers from the naval blockade. He sends a last text before networks drop. Stay underground. Don't come out. No reply. In the Middle East, Iran closes the Strait of Hormuz. Global oil prices triple. Israel launches airstrikes against targets in Syria and Lebanon. Saudi Arabia and the UAE activate emergency oil reserves. Syria, Iraq, Lebanon, already war-torn, now become proxy zones for a larger game. India tries to remain neutral, but then comes the trigger. A Chinese missile falls inside Arunachal Pradesh. It's small, low-yield, but deliberate. The Indian army moves east. China fortifies the border. Troops face each other across snowy ridges. Artillery is deployed. Drones buzz overhead. Banks in Mumbai are targeted by malware. The war isn't like the past. It's not fought with trenches. Now it's data. It's speed. It's control. Hypersonic missiles destroy enemy radar before they can respond. Autonomous drones strike military columns on sight, without confirmation from humans. AI-driven battle software scans, identifies and attacks within seconds. Hospitals are overwhelmed. Power cuts last for days. Emergency services collapse. In Tokyo, a mother walks 9 kilometers through the city with her 6-year-old daughter in her arms. The metro stopped hours ago. The blackout hasn't lifted. She's trying to reach a shelter run by the Red Cross. Outside, drones fly overhead. Some for surveillance, some not. Meanwhile, Russia conducts nuclear readiness drills. The US raises DEFCON to level 2. China moves mobile nuclear launchers into northern deserts. No one says it out loud, but everyone knows. The possibility is real, and then it happens. A tactical nuclear weapon is detonated in the Pacific, far from any city, but close enough to send a signal. The world holds its breath. In Europe, millions flee westward. Refugee camps overflow. Fuel and food become currency. Borders shut down, not to enemies, but to civilians. In Taiwan, a grandmother tells her grandson stories by candlelight inside a parking garage turned shelter. She doesn't know the war has reached their district. She only knows the sound of sirens hasn't stopped for hours. Economically, everything collapses. Markets close indefinitely. Currencies crash. The global supply chain disintegrates. No country is truly neutral anymore. Africa becomes a battleground for resources. South America sees its own civil unrest as food prices surge. Everywhere, politics shifts toward extremism. People stop caring who started the war. They just want it to end. But it doesn't end. Not yet. And when it finally does, nothing goes back to normal. Cities are ruins, economies are frozen, and humanity looks up, not at each other, but at the sky, wondering what's left. So the question isn't just, will World War III happen? If it starts, will we even recognize the world that comes after? And are we truly prepared for what we think we understand, but have never seen? If you've made it this far, ask yourself one thing. Do you think World War III is still avoidable? Comment below. We want to know what you think. Subscribe to this channel for deep, real-world analysis of conflict, strategy, and the future of global power.